Hi, this is Mindy Lighthype, and today I wanted to talk to you about Cezanne Superior Artist Colored Pencils. I received this complimentary set of 120 pencils from Jerry's Artorama, and they wanted me to go through and give a preview of these pencils and to see what I thought of them. What we're going to do is I'm just going to take you through a little tour of them. This is the tin that they come in, and it's a really nice heavyweight tin. It's very comparable to the Faber-Castell tin. It has 120 pencils in it, and when you open up the box, you've got these beautiful arrangement of colored pencils, and there are 3 trays, so they come out. You can keep them organized this way, but as you can see, there's a huge range of color. There's 120 pencils in here, and so the range is really very beautiful. Each color has, it's coated on the outside so that you can see what the actual tint is of the actual lead itself. On the inside of the tin, there's also the numbers of each pencil color. One of the things that I wish that it had were names. For me, when I do a drawing, I usually will grab for Tuscan red or indigo blue. And to me, it's much more memorable because it's descriptive of the color that I want to use. Here, Cezanne has not given names to any of their colors. They're just numbers. So I find that that's a little distracting because I actually would like for it to have specific names. So that is something that, I'm sure you can get used to. The other thing is that they get a beautiful fine point. So here I've used my Rapesco pencil sharpener, and they're able to come to a really nice point. And I found that that was really a nice part of it. The shaft is really smooth. They're a little bit thinner than the other pencils that I've used, so the grip seems a little lightweight. They're very lightweight. They're not a heavy pencil, which is also something that is to consider. The other thing that I was a little bit disappointed about in them was that you cannot buy them individually. They only come with this set of 120 colors. And for me, normally when I recommend that someone purchases a colored pencil, they go with a brand where they can actually buy a certain color. So for instance, I mentioned indigo blue. And indigo blue is a color that I use a lot. And it would be really nice to be able to go and replace that. So often I will buy maybe 3 or 4 or sometimes even a dozen of one specific color. This is not possible with this set. So you're going to have to be mindful when you purchase it that right at this particular point in time, Cezanne is not offering them as individual sales. The pencils themselves, though, have a lot of repetition within a color variation. So for instance, here are several blues that are very turquoise in their color. So this would be repetitious. So if you really love a turquoise color, you could very easily adapt and use these colors in the very beginning stages of your colored pencil journey. I don't know that this needs to have 120 colors because, as I said, a lot of them tend to be repetitious and you don't necessarily need all of them, but they are beautiful colors. And one of the things that I will absolutely positively say to you is that the price is something that you cannot put aside in terms of whether there's pros and cons as to whether you should like one pencil better than another. The price is really fantastic. I think Cezanne is doing a promotion where these 120 pencils is under $50, and that is amazing. Faber-Castell, which makes polychromos, an individual pencil is $2 or more depending on where you buy them. So if you were to get 120 times 2, you're looking at $240, and that is quite a substantial amount of money to save. So my recommendation is that if you are new to colored pencil, this is a game changer. You can get a huge range of colors and you can start to experiment with working with colored pencil, and it will be a great addition. one of the things that I did do is I did a drawing with these pencils, and it's this little hummingbird here. And as you can see, the colors go on beautifully. The amazing amount of detail that I was able to get. One of the things that they're touting is that the leads do not break. So I know that, for instance, when you work with Prismacolors, they're a softer leaded pencil, much like a 2B pencil. And so sometimes when you're trying to get fine details, the point will break on the pencil, which can be really discouraging, and you're in the middle of something and then all of a sudden, psst, there goes your point, and you've got to go and sharpen it again, only sometimes for it to break again. One of the ways that I've worked around that is by working with a very thin pencil, which is also made by Prismacolor and is more of a 2H pencil, meaning that it is a harder colored pencil lead. In this drawing, I used all of the Cezanne, not all the Cezanne colors, but I used only Cezanne colors to do all of my color mixing. They went on beautifully, and as you can see, the colors are very vibrant. I was looking to get iridescence in this drawing, and I was able to achieve that. One of the things that I did find was that the point, and maybe it was the paper that I used. This particular paper is Stonehenge, which is a paper that I normally work with colored pencil on. The detail was a little fuzzy, meaning that when I used the point, the pencil thickness was a little wide. And when I wanted to get into some of the details, so I'm going to scroll in for you here. When I wanted to get some of the details, like the mouth line of the beak here and the eye ring in this area, I found that it was coming a little thicker than I wanted it to be, and that's when I opted to go with a very thin pencil, because they really are able to hold their point and get in very fine line detail. So I was actually able to come in and use the very thin for some of those details. The very thins are available through Prismacolor, and you can purchase them individually. So I just have a very small sampling of them. I have black, indigo blue, and maybe a Tuscan red. The lighter colors are really not worth owning. But as I said, when you look at this, you look at the color that I was able to achieve in this drawing, I think that you can see that the coverage was really very nice. And as I said, for under $50, for you to be able to purchase a whole tin with 120 colors to experiment, to find out if you even like colored pencil, this would be a great start for you. As you progress, you may want to go to other brands. I know that for myself, I probably own 5 different types of colored pencil brands, and they all do different things. But if you're just beginning, I think this is an excellent place. I offer a colored pencil class online, and you can go to my website, www.mindylighthype.com, and read more about the other online courses that I offer. If you like this video, you can click like or subscribe for my updates, and I look forward to seeing you. And if you've tried these pencils, please leave me a message and let me know whether you've tried them and what you think of them. All right, this is Mindy Lighthype drawing the beauty of nature, and go out and grab some colored pencils and have some fun.